Hello, I'm Joe Walensky from WritersUA, and I'm visiting with some of the many speakers who will be at our WritersUA West event in Palm Springs in March. And today I am meeting with Barbara Jungwirth. Hello, Barbara. How are you?
Hi, Joe. I'm fine. How about you?
All right. Where are you speaking to us from today?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. All right, great. But I believe you were originally from Austria. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah, I grew up in Austria, moved to the US about 30 years ago. I've been mostly in the New York City area since then, and therefore I translate German to English.
Well, if you're not familiar with Barbara, her company is Reliable Translations, where she turns German, technical, and business documents into polished English. She does that for a variety of audiences and writes and edits technical content for global audiences. And in fact, her topic is going to be writing for global audiences. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your work and what you'll talk about in the session?
Okay, I translate, as Joe said, I translate technical text from German to English. I have also worked with people with limited English capabilities and tried to train them in using computers and software. From there, I have learned a few things about how to adapt text that's written in English but will be read by an audience who's not necessarily an English native speaker. And that's basically what I will be talking about. There are various techniques one can use to make text that will be for people who may know the technical side of the English vocabulary very well, but may not be that familiar with English as such. So we'll talk about how to make text easier for them to understand and what not to do and what to be aware of when you're writing for such an audience.
Are there any challenges that are unique to working between German and English?
Uh, yeah, word length being one of them, particularly in the IT industry. You probably know that German has these compound words with multiple nouns forming one word, which in English then becomes an entire phrase, which may take up more space. And then if you're going into a software environment where you have limited space on the screen, that sometimes becomes a problem.
And you mentioned you've been doing this for quite a while. Do you also do you do translations from English to German?
Actually, I don't. At this point, I find I've been here so long, I think in English, I don't think in German.
Ah,
So I find it easier doing it into English, and all my IT experience has been here in the US in English. And, college and all that has been in English.
and do you have any sense of the number of languages that information would be translated into besides English? I know you work German to English primarily.
It depends very much on the particular product. What I'm talking about is things that are actually not being translated. Oftentimes, technical information for, say, computer support personnel or IT technicians or other technical personnel is just disseminated in English with the product on the assumption that in the technical and the IT world, everybody around the world speaks English to some extent, which is true for the technical vocabulary oftentimes, but oftentimes not for the rest of the English language.
All right, great. Well, thanks for taking a couple of minutes to speak with us, and I'll see you at the event in March in Palm Springs.
See you then.